Good morning. Many thanks for joining us for Friday edition of Sports Today on ABS TV. You will quite agree with me. It's been a rainy morning in the city of Awka. Anyways, good atmosphere and climate. My name is Ike Nwokedi. On the show today, we are set for tomorrow's solution for Work for Life initiative, which is at the brainchild of His Excellency Governor Chukwuma Soludo. We'll talk about that on the show. We'll tell you about Solution Football Club of Awka, Anambra State. The screening exercise is on at the Awka City Stadium. This is the day 3 and it continues. We'll also be talking about a Nigeria Professional Football League is being postponed indefinitely. That's quite sad. We'll talk about that on the show. Tennis will feature on the show. Interview session. And then we'll talk about the commencement of Awka South Football League. It is expected to start this Sunday at the Awka City Stadium here in Awka, Anambra State. Well, let's start with our first story on the program. Our first story on the program is about a Solution Football Club. Yes, Solution Football Club. New Anambra Football Club side, Solution Football Club of Awka, Anambra State, have commenced a screening exercise in a bid to recruit professional footballers for the upcoming 2023-2024 season and beyond. In a press release signed by the club management and made available to the public dated September 3rd, 2023, the message reads: the management of a Solution Football Club of Awka, Anambra State wishes to announce a screening exercise for the recruitment of players for the 2023-2024 football season. The week-long screening exercise will hold from Wednesday 6 to Wednesday 13 September 2023 at the Awka City Stadium, Awka, Anambra State by 7 a.m. each day. The screening exercise is free and conforms with all football guidelines geared towards recruiting young, talented and experienced footballers of Anambra extraction and beyond for our dear state professional football club, Solution FC. For more information, please call the numbers 081 411 54232 or 081-7833-9272. The message reads, and Solution Football Club is an Anambra-based professional football club administered by the Anambra State government to be run by the Anambra State Sports Development Commission with the aim of featuring and playing at the top levels of a Nigeria club football while giving the Anambra talented footballers and beyond opportunity to make a career playing the round leather game. So the screen exercise is on, and some of the pictures you saw there the pictures are from the Awka City Stadium with so many players coming in. As much as more than 100 players yesterday turned up at the Awka City Stadium for the screening exercise of our Solution Football Club. Once more, let's just reel out the numbers you can call just in case of details. 081-411-54232 and 081-7833-9272. Solution Football Club of Anambra State is a government-owned club, and of course a screening in anticipation of recruitment of professional footballers is currently on, and it is happening at the Awka City Stadium. It started on Wednesday and it is expected to clock off next Wednesday here in Awka, Anambra State. So that's the story about Solution Football Club of Awka. Now let's tell you that the second edition of the monthly health walk, popularly known as Solution Walk for Healthy Living, will come up on Saturday, September 9th. Patrick Estate Onyedum, chairman of the Anambra State Sports Development Commission, in a statement on Wednesday confirmed this. Onyedum said the Professor Chukwuma Soludo, governor of Anambra State, and his wife, Dr. Nonye Soludo, will lead the health walk scheduled to take place at the Awka City Stadium. The commission chairman said that the Solution Walk for Healthy Living is a practical commitment of Governor Chukwuma Soludo towards promoting a healthy and active population. He called on the residents of the state across all ages and walk of life are to come out at the stadium this Saturday to participate in the walk, and the walk is expected to start as early as 7 a.m. That's tomorrow at the Awka City Stadium. So be there, and the number one citizen of the state will be there too. Of course, he will lead the charge for this work. And coming up, we had the first edition last month, and now this is the second edition. The first edition was celebration of the World Youth Day, and now this is now official program of the Anambra State Sports Development Commission. Now let's talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League. Yes, the Nigeria Professional Football League was expected to commence this Saturday with a flagship match on Saturday. That's what we were anticipating. But just 2 days ago, that was on Wednesday, there was a message from the Nigeria Premier Football League that the league, there's a postponement of the league, as you can see on your screen. The board of the Nigeria, in a message to the chairman and general secretary of all, secretaries of all, or general managers of all MPFL clubs. The message read, and I read, their postponement of MPFL 2023-2024 season kick-off. The board of the Nigeria Premier Football League, MPFL, wish to inform you that the scheduled kickoff for the 2023-2024 season has been put on hold, and a new date will be communicated to you. This is due to the exigencies are connected to the sponsorship of the league. Note therefore that there will be no flag off a game this Saturday, September 9, as originally planned. This is for your information and necessary action. Please, yours sincerely, Davidson Owumi, the Chief Operating Officer of the Nigeria Premier Football League. So the MPFL will not be starting off, won't be having the flag off match this Saturday again. So it's safe to say that the league has been postponed indefinitely until issues concerning sponsorship is sorted out. So we'll be watching out, we'll be looking at the MPFL, and let's see how they will solve this puzzle and get the leagues on. Maybe as we anticipate, maybe as early as the month of October. Well, let's tell you that the board of the Nigeria Women Football League has unveiled the strategic direction and action plan for the growth of women football in the country ahead of the start of the 2023-2024 season. The NWFL chairperson, Mrs. Nkechiobi, said that yesterday, the strategic plan is in tune with the rise in the population of our women football as one of the world's fastest growing sports with an increasing record of corporate sponsorship, audience, and match day attendance. Obi said that the increasing opportunities for Nigerian players to play professional football across the world has necessitated the creation of a career pathway for the talents emanating from the country, as not all of them can be fully absorbed in the foreign major leagues. And she noted the NWFL has developed the Women Football Rising as the platform to drive its growth strategy for the 2023 and beyond. Women Football Rising is the strategic platform developed by the NWFL to exponentially grow women's football in Nigeria through strong and sustainable football clubs. The platform will drive the empowerment of our women football players in Nigeria through the gradual but sustained commercialization of our club football and delivery of strategic objectives based on sustainable and scalable execution plan, Obi stated. She said that to achieve those objectives, NWFL has developed a 5-pronged execution strategy based on extensive stakeholders engagements across all spheres of endeavor to drive home its message of an engagement and inclusivity. According to her, the strategy will guide the activities of the NWPL and will be implemented at both league levels as well as among the participating clubs in the league. She added that the annual General Assembly scheduled for October 5, 2023, ahead of the 2023-2024 NWFL season in November, will be the first step of implementing this strategy, is said. Now, moving away from that, let's talk about the Super Eagles news ahead of the AFCON qualifiers. Let's tell you that all the 23 Super Eagles players invited for Sunday's 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifying tie against Sao Tome and Principe took part in the first training session held, and that was on Wednesday at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, Uyo. The players who will arrive at the 4-point by Sheraton Hotel, Ikote, which was about a 15 minutes drive from Uyo, We are all received warmly by their fans and other football purists in Akwa Ibom State and beyond. And they were subsequently checked in at the iconic hotel. The 23 players in camp are Ojo Olorunleke, Kelechi Iheanacho, Jordan Turanibwe, Oban Gift, Francis Uzoho, Tyrone Ebuehi, Adebayo Adeleye, Bruno Onyemechi, Victor Boniface, Frank Onyeka, and Jamilu Collins, who recently came back to football after a lengthy spell. Others are Taiwo Awoni, Wilfred Ndidi, Raphael Onyedika, Calvin Bassi, William Trusekong, Ola Aina Semi, Logo Ajayi, Joseph Arebo, Demola Lukman, Victor Osimhen, Simon Moses, and new AC Milan acquisition, Samuel Chukwueze, all in camp for that one. So we anticipate their game against Sao Tome. And we here, Sao Tome, are already in the country for this match, we can tell you. Okay, one more news story before we go to the interview session. Let's tell you that with Liverpool rejecting Al Ittihad's £150 million a bid for Mohamed Salah, it's been reported that the Saudi Pro League club will make another attempt at signing the Egyptian before Thursday. While Salah's immediate future has been a major talking point in the last couple of months, linked to the Saudi Pro League have intensified. And Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp previously stated that Salah will not be leaving the club in the current window. However, Al Ittihad are hoping that a big money offer will convince the English giants otherwise. That said, according to reports, that Al Ittihad will now submit another bid for the 31-year-old before the end of the Saudi Pro League transfer window, which was expected to close yesterday. We hear so Mo Salah, I don't think he made that move, but confirmation to that later as regards if he made that move or not. You're watching Sports Today on ABS TV, the Friday edition of the show. Now time for us to talk about football at the grassroots level. Last year, we saw the maiden edition of the Awka South Football League, a great launch pad for football development, football growth in Awka and Awka Dynasty, as the case may be. And then there was something exceptional about that. So we had 6 clubs featuring in the maiden edition, and of course, what a story it was for clubs like the Wilson FC, who emerged the champions of the maiden edition of the Awka South Football League. Yes, we are set for the second edition of the Awka South Football League, and it will start this Sunday at the Awka City Stadium. Joining me on the show this morning, I have one of the organizers of the big wigs for the Awka South Football League, and a great stakeholder when you talk about football and sports in Awka in general. I have Chief Anayo Obiako, fondly known as Opia, in the house with me this morning to talk about Awka South Football League. Good morning, sir. Yeah. Pleased to have you on the show on a very short notice.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, let's start this way. Awka South Football League, we saw the first edition. Very colorful. Yes, I must have to say it was colorful. With what we saw, the organization, those at the helm of affairs ensured that there were some things that were usually neglected. You know, there are some, for example, the aspect of our medicals are usually neglected. But teams that participated, we are forced to have a medical, things like a first aid box. They have an ice pack ready. Things like deep heat. The medical side of it was proper. There was the league license registration and all that. We saw the first edition. What do we anticipate in the second edition, following from what we saw in the first edition?
Morning. The first edition was good, and this second edition we are expecting a better, because there's room for improvement. In terms of areas of health, which is very, very important to sports, not football, sports in general, you have to make sure that you have the health sector very, very ready for any eventualities. Life is all about risk.
Yes.
So when you play, you can get injured. Anything can happen there. So you must have a team that will respond quickly to such situations. Now, apart from it, we are ready to go. The takeoff is going to be, the opening ceremony is going to be on Saturday. We are fully on ground, and we have involved all the stakeholders and all the necessary authorities within the Awka South and all the football authorities that will get involved.
Okay.
So the state FA, Football Association, they are backing us fully. The state government is they are backing us also.
Yeah.
So we are also calling on some individuals who can make it up. Because if you consider what is happening now, security-wise, it is an avenue to keep the youth busy. So try to take them off street and off crime.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to go a long way in helping the state government to cushion or keep the youths busy. So in Awka South, we are ready to go and we want to get the best out of them. The first season, I'm very, very proud to say that in the first season, we got 3 players who are now outside the country.
3 players outside.
3 players outside the country. And 2 players are playing in the National League, National Premier League now.
Okay.
So this is a good step in the right direction.
Yeah.
If we didn't do that last year, we wouldn't have been able to discover these players, and they wouldn't have been able to get themselves meaningfully engaged. So these are one of the things. That's why we are calling on more corporate and individuals to help put hands together so that we can get these boys fixed somewhere or the other. So that's the Awka South League, one of the best within the state.
No doubt.
For now.
No doubt.
And we're also calling on other local governments to
key into
this program and do it within that will also help the state level to, by this time that we're saying we want to get, there's screening going on for the Solution Boys. Now, if we do it in other local governments, you find it's going to be easier to do than select players that will represent the state and make Anambra proud. So it is a grassroots thing where you can get the young, talented players that would develop. And we are also giving kudos to the Sports Commission chairman, who has been doing a very wonderful job since he assumes office. And we are full in support of him, and we want such net to be spread to other sports. And there's also this, while we are talking it with the Traders Cup that is coming on, we can still see 1, 2 good players from all these things. And there's a lot of things to do to keep the youth busy.
Okay, let's talk about the clubs registered for this. Last year, we had 6 clubs. Are we having 6 clubs or more registering for the 2023-2024 version of the Awka South Football League?
The first edition, we had 6 teams that registered. This time around, this second edition, we have over 12 teams clamoring to get registered, but we streamline it to 10 alone, so that when you look at the logistics and the how to manage it, it's not about having more teams, it's about your ability to manage what you have, so that it will produce a better result. So that is why we have 10 teams already registered, and the 10 teams are going to participate. We expect to, maybe by next year we can, depending on how things go, we can expand more so that we can accommodate more people. We are still having pressure to add more teams, but we can't leave the door open because we cannot manage that. It is better to manage within your limit. So that is how it is for now. Then from here we will grow. It has to be a gradual process. Yeah.
Okay, now having said that, for this league, what's the timeline? It is expected to start at this September, already starting in September. When is the league going to end? Because I suppose if you have 10 teams, that means that you are going to have a total of 9 home matches, 9 away matches, making it 18 matches in the league. So
Yeah, we are totally. We are going to play. The teams will play 90 matches in a row. It's going to take about 5 months.
5 months.
5 months. The duration is 5 months, and what we need to keep them busy for 5 months.
Okay.
And it has to be, the format is home and away, because we want to create the awareness where within their homes where they reside, so that their fans can equally enjoy it. So while they play away, every team must play in their training ground, so that their fans can access them. You understand?
Yes.
So when they play, their fans will equally encourage them or criticize them.
Yes.
Because that will give them the room to improve. If you don't criticize, you don't make mistakes, you can learn.
Okay, let's talk about the support you've gotten from the Awka South from those football stakeholders in Awka and beyond as regards the Awka South Football League.
Well, we made some approaches. You know, the first season was sponsored by Ambassadors Club, Holy, and some few individuals who assisted us. But this time around, we are not having a particular sponsor at this point in time. But that will not make us not to keep pushing. So we have very few sponsors, and we have made contacts and still expecting some response from them. Like we talked with the MD of Awka Capital Territory Development Authority, who has promised us to give us support. We have gone to the local government chairman, Awka South local government chairman, who promised also to give us support. Yeah, but we have not really seen anything coming out of there. But we still have Sunday. It's going to take 5 months. We know people are going to come in, because when you're doing something good, you know, people want to key in when they see the results so far.
Okay.
So that's how we are going. Then some few individuals who have been helping. Everything is not about finance. Sometimes administrative logistics advice goes a long way too. So we must have to appreciate all those ones too.
Okay. Just finally, before we let you go, your message to football stakeholders in Awka South, the players that will be there, and all those that will be engaged in one way or the other towards the success of the Awka South Football League, the 2023-2024 season.
My advice to everybody is, more especially the fans, come out and enjoy yourself. Keep yourself busy. Then I will talk to the youths. Try to engage yourself in something meaningful. Those players that are going to participate, bring out your fellow players or your fans to come and assess you, so that you do your best and we leave the rest to God. Then for all stakeholders, I'm saying, let us put all hands on deck to develop Awka South football teams.
Okay, all right. I'm Chief Anayo Obiako, one of the stakeholders for football and sports in Awka, Anambra State in general, and also as regards the Awka South Football League. We'd like to thank you so much for being here on a very short notice to talk about this all-important league, the Awka South Football League, and we wish you all the very best going towards the opening match. Thank you, sir, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
Well, that's about it for the show this morning. Sports Today on ABS TV. We'll talk to you through, brought you up to speed as regards what's happening in the world of our sports, and then we'll conclude with the interview session, telling you about the Awka South Football League. Of course, it starts this weekend. But remember, tomorrow, the Solution Work for Health Initiative at the Awka City Stadium by 7 a.m. Be part of it and be part of this program. That's the show show. Thank you very much for being part of Sports Talking Sports Monday down to Friday. The show takes a break, and of course, I come back on Monday. My name is Ike Nwokedi. Have a lovely weekend, but remember to keep sporting. Bye-bye now.